Hi class, hi Mr. King, and hi YouTube. My name is Nicoria Spencer, and today I will be presenting to you my impromptu on my most embarrassing moment in life and why. First off, I'd like to say that I have embarrassed myself as a child, as a teen, and as an adult, and I probably will continue to embarrass myself because I've noticed over time that I've become more and more clumsy and more forgetful. I do not like embarrassing myself, or I don't intend to embarrass myself, but it just happens. I believe that the way things flow, you never know the way things are going to flow, and you never plan this flow. It just happens, and sometimes you might skip a beat. Um, to get to the point, I remember this day like it was yesterday. I was attending a middle school. I was in the 5th grade, attending a middle school in Flowery Branch, Georgia. And I remember administrators coming around to every class just to pick out two people. Um, they didn't have to be in the same class, but they could be in different classes just to pick out two people to perform morning announcements every morning. They did this consecutively. They did this faithfully. We had morning announcements every day. And on this particular day, my hair was put into the messiest ponytail, high ponytail. I was dressed very poorly, and I was having a sickle cell crisis. So I was very uncomfortable, and you can tell in my body movements that I was uncomfortable. Fortunately, I was chosen to do morning announcements. I got up out of my seat and dragged myself down the long hallway that leads to the library where morning announcements are filmed. I remember having on the biggest jacket I had in my closet. It was a big, fluffy, I believe it was blue. It was a big, fluffy blue jacket. And I had that jacket with me because I'm anemic, so I get really cold in classroom settings, or in buildings. Sometimes I'm cold even in the summertime. I had on my big jacket, and I noticed that it was colder in the library than it was in the classroom. So I decided to leave my jacket on, which was the best idea for me. I remember recording the video and saying the announcements and not feeling bad about what I had done. Then I went back to the classroom and morning announcements began. Immediately after seeing my face, I got out of my seat, crawled under my desk, and began to cry hysterically. I I did not look appealing. I had on this big jacket. I was making weird movements, and it was just not the day for me that day. So I embarrassed myself by crying out loud in front of class. Everyone's asking me, "What's wrong, Nikki? What's wrong?" And I just didn't want to speak. I just felt like I had really embarrassed myself. After lunch that same day, I was walking to my classroom and I saw my boyfriend talking to another girl. He gave her a necklace. So basically, he had dumped me. I wasn't aware of this, but he dumped me for my closest associate. That was embarrassing because he gave her the necklace in front of everyone, including me. The third embarrassing thing that happened that same day was me coming back from recess. I remember walking back to my classroom with my hands dug in my pockets because my fingers were cold. And I was walking back to the classroom, and I tripped over the biggest rock outside. Mind you, my hands are still in my pockets. I could not get them out fast enough to catch myself from falling on my face. And undoubtedly my face got dirty that day. I remember this girl who used to pick on me in my classroom. I remember seeing her face after I had fallen. Mind you, I'm still on the ground looking up at her face, which her facial expression said, "You are pitiful. Get up." So I took my hands out of my pocket. I'm still on the ground with my hands in my pocket, my face in the dirt. I took my hands out of my pockets to get myself up, and I walked back to the classroom. And to sum that all up, what a day for me. I believe that everybody has embarrassing moments. I believe that everybody will probably continue to have embarrassing moments because things are not perfect. And I learned not to be so hard on myself by my my appearance and my circumstances as far as the morning announcements that were filmed. In the end, at the time, I felt really embarrassed about it, but in the end, I thought about it. I wasn't feeling good. That's no excuse to do poorly in an assignment, but I wasn't feeling good. So I didn't expect the best. Like I said, things flow, and no one knows how things will flow, causing disruptions in whatever is going on, disruptions in misunderstandings, embarrassments. Thank you.